Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of these screencasts. This bad boy, Algebra, it's kind of Algebra number 2. It's not even Algebra number 2. It's just solving simple two-step equations using inverse operations. No idea why I've got a capital T for 2 there. So, we've done this before. What is an equation? Well, you can read it there, but basically it is it's an expression or a statement with an equal sign. So it's basically saying on one side of the equation, okay, that is equal to the other side of the equation or the equals sign. Now, we have done a video before this on one step. This is 2 steps, so please go back and watch the 1 step first before you watch the 2 step, because it will really help you. These questions are going to look more like this. So, very simply, they're called 2 step because we're going to do 2 steps before we can work out the answer. Let's have a go at some questions now. So first question up. So 2 step. All right. So first thing to understand is we try and deal with, we're trying to always make B the subject. Okay. But we're going to do that, whatever's connected to B, we're going to do that bit last normally. Okay. So on this one, we can see here we're using inverse operations. We're doing the opposite. But the first thing I'm going to tackle is this plus 2. So I'm going to minus 2 from both sides. And then I make sure I rewrite. So now this is gone, these 2 and this 2 is gone. And I'm left with 2b equals 18. Okay, 2b is equal to 18. Now, if we could just cover up everything before this, we've now got a 1-step equation. And we've done this before. So we're using the inverse or opposite. We're going to divide both sides by 2. Now, I'm using that, but we could easily just do this. Divide by 2, and b equals 9. All right, now, we can put that back in. Remember what I said at the start? We can put that back in. So I've got 2 times 9, because we know that b is 9. That's 18, plus 2 equals 20. So we know we're correct. So I want you to give this one a go without any more help from me and see what you think. Okay, so let's give this a go. So we're going to plus 12 to both sides. And that will give us 3b equals, what's 18 plus 12? Well, that's 30. And then we're going to divide by 3 both sides to make sure we're balanced, and we're going to end up with b equals 10. Hopefully you find this really easy, and they are really easy. They're just 2-step equations. So you've got to do one thing, nudge it down a little bit, and then you do another thing. And if we had a 3-step equation, you have to do 3 things before you get our answer. So now hopefully you're finding these nice and easy. You can do these questions, these 2 questions on your own without any help from me. So pause the video, give them a go, and come back and see if you've got them right. Okie dokie, first up we've got the minusing 3 from both sides. So I've got 2b equals 20. Then divide by 2, we end up with b equaling 10. 2 times 10 equals 20, plus 3 gives 23, so we know we're correct. Next one, we're going to add 5 to both sides. Going to end up with 5a equals 15. Divide by 5, and a equals 3. So 5 times 3, 15, take away 5, it equals 10. We know we're correct. So really, really well done. All right, so now we've just got some slightly different ones, but remember it's still inverse operations. Give these 2 a go, and after this, it's time for the quiz. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to add 3 to both sides. So we're going to end up with a over 5 equals 23. All right, what we're going to do here, we're going to times by 5. The opposite of divide is times. Now I'm going to need to do a little bit of old school mathematics here. So we've got 111. So A equals 111. All right. Okay, let's move over. So we're going to have plus 5 to both sides. End up with B over 2 equals 17. We're going to times by 2 both sides. And again, I'm going to need to use a bit of old school maths here. And we end up with B equaling 34. And we can do that, can't we? 34, put that back in there, divided by 2, happy days. We know we're correct. All right. So those were a little bit tougher because we had to use some old school maths, and there's nothing wrong with using old school maths. Now, some of you will hop onto a calculator straight away, but my sort of tip would be to go into a bit of old school maths or use the lattice method, another video I've done, to help you with those basic math skills that'll help you get these algebra questions done really easy. Anyway, it is now time for what you have all been looking forward to, is the quiz, and I know you'll do well. So there's 4 questions there. I'm sure you'll do absolutely fantastic. Pause the video, come back and see if you got them all right. Okay, here we go. Here goes our answers here. You can see what I've done there. You can check your own work. I'm sure you've done fantastically well. If you haven't, go back and watch the video again, or watch one-step equations. If you've done really well, pat yourself on the back. And just remember to recover the information by writing a revision card, something that you can go back to, make sure that you get it correct. I know you get sick of writing revision cards. I know you get sick of me saying revision cards, but they are so powerful. Anyway, until next time, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure.